this is Björn Lundberg. Welcome to Threefold Talk.
Hey, everybody!
Hi.
Welcome to Threefold Talk, your weekly dose of IEL chaos. This week starring Nix. How y'all doing?
Thanks.
Nix is back. Back
so
again. Nix is back.
Back again.
She's our friend.
Yeah.
Nix is back. Nix is back. Nix is back.
Wow. Okay.
I love that we just kept going.
Yeah.
Didn't
Look,
stop.
we commit to the bit, so that's how it works. Yeah, welcome everybody. Hope you're having fun in the chat with random numbers on your name still for some people, but not everybody. I see, like, for example, here is the wonderful Pavara, who is number 659, but then we have Steph who no number,
It was fine.
Yeah.
Noman Garden is his number starts with 6 and ends with 7.
Oh,
She loves that so
I
much.
did that for Nix.
maybe Nix can explain it to all of us.
Please do. I'm an old man.
The
I don't know.
Wetlander humor.
I don't even know the context for that. All I know is all the young children do it, and they love to do it, and it's infected some of my friends. And 6, 7, like I'm gonna
Oh wait.
I'm gonna kick them down the stairs.
Ooh. Is this so? Anytime I scroll like TikTok, I see people talking about Group 7. So
Oh,
is
that's
this-
completely different. I'm in group 7.
Oh, right. I
Wait,
don't see
what's
any other group. I think
7?
Group
What's
7
group
is,
7? What's
is
that?
only Group 7.
Group 7 is where all the cool people are, obviously. I don't know.
Oh,
what
I
that
take it back. Yes,
Oh,
I
I
am
see.
definitely.
Group 7 is
okay.
for the cool people.
I snuck
see.
into Group 7, obviously, then. So
Clearly.
I'm not in group
Yeah.
7.
okay.
What I appreciate most about 6, 7 is it means nothing, so it means everything. I appreciate that because it's like a universal word. It's like, are we a minute in yet? Have we been live for over a minute?
3 minutes.
At least.
And
3 minutes? Okay. It's like fuck, right? It's like that word. You can just use it for anything you want. And that's like 6, 7 is exactly that, which is kind of hilarious. I mean, they're almost done with it. They're almost done.
I hope
But-
so.
But it still pops up.
Nix is praying.
The one time I'll do it.
Oh god. Yeah. I don't know. That's it. I thought I knew what a trend was then, and I'm like, nope. Apparently I don't. Although somehow I'm in the cool club, so yeah. Okay, yeah,
Congratulations.
okay. I'm getting thumbs up or not. Okay, I don't know if that's sarcastic or not, but we'll take it. That's a win. I'll
The
take
cool
it at face
people
value.
don't need to keep announcing that they're in the cool club. They just like
It's true.
acknowledge it once
They're
and
just
then just like
club.
move on. They
Guys,
don't-
I'm
Let's
still in that
not do
explain
that.
it phase from last
Yeah.
week, Mel.
We don't have to keep up with the nonchalant thing. Be chalant, be passionate.
See, you missed it last week. So Mel and I, we had the guys from You, Me, and the Other Guy podcast on, and accidentally, I don't know why it became a thing, but very quickly, everything just started to get over-explained, and that was part of the joke for the show. And so that was why I just said that to Mel, like, I'm still explaining everything too much because it was
Were
just.
you explaining or were the boys explaining?
I was. The boys were. Mel did it. You did it like once or something, didn't you, Mel, or something? I think at least.
I mostly just kept calling people out for over explaining things.
There we go.
Adam says you don't need to explain.
Adam.
There's one of the guys from the podcast. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I appreciate that you explained how everybody over explained. That was basically that encompassed last week's episode in a nutshell.
I can't wait till I just haven't had any downtime since last week, literally. So there are so many amazing comments about it in the Discord and other places. And I'm just like, I can't wait to go back. But yeah, I
Yeah, we had a good
So,
time.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was like the three of them just have this like mesh and flow together with the humor and how they rib each other and things like that. And Mel and I just kind of slotted in very nicely, and it just all worked together, the five of us, didn't it? So
like a spear through a butt slot, just smooth and
Just getting quenched.
yeah.
just quenchy.
Getting quenched should absolutely be a
Slipping
t-shirt. Why do we not have a t-shirt that says getting
Oh my
quenched?
God.
I feel like it's gonna get made.
Get
It's gonna be
quenched.
like- I
Oh
want to
my
get quenched.
God.
Yeah. And I'll have like quench you. You're almost an adult.
I'm really good
really good
at
at that,
slotting things into slots, by the way,
Mhm.
Nix. I'm a record holder
And you know what? I'm happy for you.
of penetrating very specific spaces.
Oh, where's our?
Oh, go ahead.
Where's
I
what?
was gonna find our. Yes, that one. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you, Rob.
I
Or
mean,
Mel, or whomever did that.
You have that on
It was
standby.
not me.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
on standby. I mean, there's an original version as well, Nix. I don't know if you've ever seen this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peak.
So
She was explaining
I was this
penetration
Mm.
visually.
And one of our former co-hosts loved the P word. Loved the P word.
Yeah.
Still
Love
loves
it.
it.
Yeah.
Shelly still loves that word.
yes, it's a fabulous word that Shelley
One of her
adores.
faves.
So
I like that.
yeah. Was there any news this week? I feel like Leigh-A had some news to share. Or you collated news. Sorry, that's what I meant by that statement. So yeah, it's time.
It was quite a pivot.
That was quite good. I was also distracted by the comments, to be honest. So yeah, let's do the Daily Mail.
Spear brothers and sisters,
It is time to cover up your face.
for the wheel of time has news, and we shall dance the spears with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
So, speaking of Michael Kramer and Kate Redding, this week they had a giveaway. Periodically, they get credits from Audible, and they like to donate it to the fandom. So it is closed, but this is just a PSA to inform you, if you didn't already know, to follow Michael and Kate on the various socials, because they will, like, every once in a while. I actually won this, I think, last year or the year before I won one. And they just have a whole slew of books that you can choose from, including, hold on, if I can get this to work. Yeah, so like they've got some of the Sanderson books there. The one on the bottom left, Fall Radiance, it's a complete book series that I think is like 60 plus hours. That's the one I chose because, you know, you're going to get a free credit, bang for the buck. But they've just got a ton of books that they've narrated that you can choose from. And so, yeah, follow them on the socials for a possible opportunity to win a free Audible credit.
Yay, books!
Yay!
Books.
And then, Mel, did you want to do this one?
Oh, yes. Did you know that What Idol is coming up?
Again, do tell.
It is a holiday What Idol, but it seems like whatever holiday floats your boat is the holiday you can do. And entries are due November 30th, and there may be some songs that are happening related to the people sitting in this screen. Potentially, you'll have to watch What Idol to find out.
Entries close November 30th, but it's on. I want to say like the 14th, the 16th, something silly like that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's after after. It will air after Water Holiday.
Yes.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that. How convenient. I just happen to have that queued up ready to display.
So convenient. Look at that.
What a
cute
holiday
little
2025, folks.
graphic.
Yeah, December 6th, starting 7:30 Eastern.
Hey. We'll be doing threefold brunch
Some
again.
good weekends right there. Plan ahead.
Very good weekends. So,
And then our last bit of news. Read Iceborne. So the Living Stands are getting towards the end of their Iceborne read. And you can read along the 2 chapters a day if you want, or just binge read it because it's too good to stop. But they are going to be doing the live show with Dr. Livingston on November 8th
correct.
at 3. They'll put out the information. I don't remember. But this was a quote that they took from the book.
It is happening
2
at
p.m. Eastern.
2 p.m. Eastern on November 8th. That's a Saturday, folks. It will be hosted here on the Malkier Talks channel, like the previous one was for Seaborn. And yeah, I'm sure we'll have fun. Please get along. You've got just over 2 weeks left to read. Don't be like me, sat here on chapter 3 because I only just started it 2 days ago.
It is such a fast read, though. This
It
book
really
is
is.
It's
so fast.
yeah, it moves really quick. I read the first half of it on a plane, on a 3-hour plane ride because I couldn't put it down. It's really.
I have been just looking at Stormborn this whole time, waiting to read it with you all. I haven't read it yet. It's just sitting next to my bed.
I'm
I
glad
read
you
another
can
book, and
actually
I'm
do
in
it
the
with
middle of another
everyone.
book, and I'm like, okay, as soon as we're done with Iceborne, we're all going to read together. I'm so excited.
That is very sweet.
Together. We're
So-
gonna read this one.
Yeah. So this is just a fun quote that they posted. Only a man would think that gods are all men. Some of them are women. Some of them are neither. Neither. Or both.
Or both.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Good times. Good times.
Very, very accurate.
And that's all I got for the news. It's been a kind of quiet week.
That's all she wrote?
That's all
Okay.
she wrote.
That's
That's
it.
all
Yeah.
good.
Other things
There's one
can have
thing, right?
other things.
Was there something? I don't. It wasn't on our DV list, but I feel like there might have been a big birthday in between our shows. Robert Jordan's birthday between our show last week and this week.
That is true. That did
Happy
happen.
birthday, James Ragney.
Yeah,
Happy
we are not good.
That's okay. It was literally, I think, the day after the show. So,
Yeah, I feel like it was, yeah. So,
So,
which is actually...
cheers.
Yeah, cheers. That's reminding me, made me think of presents and gifts and things like that. Do you know what I have not done so far this month? Given out any memberships to the channel.
Please.
So, there we go. 5 memberships. Boom.
Yay.
Spuds.
Buds.
Just Miss Jones.
Just Miss
Kari.
Jones.
Who's
Hoosie
Bullseye?
Bullseye.
And Mayhem Markham. Congratulations.
Yay,
to you.
man.
Fun. Woo.
So, I hope you enjoy those. And yeah, that's the Daily Mail done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Done.
Down and dirty.
Mm-hmm.
do a switch. You need a cleanser.
Butt rock.
Yes. Oh, and I remembered to bring the affirmations, which I usually
Yay!
when I hang
I
out
mean,
with Nick.
We would have had to have asked Nix for an affirmation. It would have been like 6, 7.
I think we need
no,
Nix
it
to give
wouldn't.
us
I
an
haven't fallen
affirmation.
that deep. Oh.
Give us an affirmation, Nix.
Oh, it's me?
Affirm us.
We got to prove that you can read.
We require affirming. Oh,
See my library I have, right?
Put it up there.
It's not
Closer.
Oh my god. Like,
Closer. Closer.
Bowser.
I have boss bitch energy.
You gotta say it
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, I get to say curse words?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I have boss bitch energy.
Hell yeah, you do.
You do.
You do.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, for sure.
We are affirming. We are affirming. I won't be sassy during the affirmation part.
Yay!
I'll be sassy afterwards. Thank you. Boss bitches in the house. I don't know what's going on.
Rob, you're the
Yeah.
bossest bitch I ever met.
Right back at you.
Lost the plot.
We did lose the plot.
The plot is gone.
Yeah.
There's a plot.
Lost the friends we made along the way.
Chaos.
Chaos indeed.
Chaos.
So,
Hmm.
yeah, I love YouTube is still being silly with names. Apparently, it got them right when it posted no numbers when it posted them in chat, but when those same people still type, it gives numbers. So it's just bizarre. But you know, YouTube be YouTubing.
He got
That's how it
upset
goes.
that Netflix was going to start doing, like, showing video podcasts.
Oh, are they?
Is it?
Yeah, Netflix and it was this huge thing that Netflix and Spotify are realizing that YouTube is one of the only places that has this type of market, and so they're starting to show. They're going to, I think, in like 2 or 3 weeks, start showing like the top 10 or top 20 video podcasts
Interesting.
to see if people will watch their streaming services as opposed to YouTube.
They're gonna show YouTube's top 10.
They're going to, so
How are
they
they
collaborated.
determining
They
what-
collaborated with the podcasters, so the podcasters are going to also stream on
Netflix.
Netflix.
Got
I
it.
mean, YouTube does have quite a niche market out there. So
They did invite us, guys. They asked
Yeah,
us,
they
did.
and we
yes,
were
'cause
like,
obviously I knew about this.
"Listen,
They couldn't- they couldn't
only
afford us.
if you pick up Wheel of Time for 8 more seasons, and
Yeah.
they were like, "Well, we can't commit to that." But
yeah, we put
tried.
our requirements, and yeah,
They couldn't
we
afford us.
haven't completed the negotiation yet.
Yeah.
but still out there.
Pending.
Yeah, waiting on your callback, Netflix. Come on. So you know.
Though, can I just say though, the Netflix games thing? Why? Has anyone ever played a game? They have like a whole line of games now that you can play on Netflix. Why?
I don't know why. I've never known anyone who has or talked about it. I've never dabbled in it because I'm always
so
like, why would I
annoying.
play them on my TV? And then I realized it's probably on there more for the fact that I have a Netflix app on my phone, so if I'm traveling or something Netflix. But even then, I'm still like, I'm opening the Netflix apps to continue watching the TV show that I was watching on my TV, but I had to go to work or something, you know, like rather than opening it. I'm bored. I'm going to play a game on Netflix. Like, no.
Has anyone in chat ever clicked on one of those games?
I've never clicked on one of those games, but I did watch that thing that came out a few years ago, which was like a choose your own adventure show. Do you remember
Oh,
that?
yeah. Was it Colors or
Black
something?
Mirrors. It was a Black Mirror show. Bandersnatch.
No,
Yeah.
there was another one as well, wasn't there? Where it's like you could watch them in any order, and they were like cool. They were colors or something, and depending on how you watched it, depended on how the story unfolded for you. So
Yeah, no,
Someone
the one I
chat.
watched was definitely like a choose your own adventure thing. Like what happened or where do they go next? And then you click where they went. It was very much like
it was
that.
Bandersnatch.
It was
Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch.
Okay.
Yes, I got it right.
I mean, I knew Bandersnatch did it, but I'm sure there was another one that was about colors, and you could watch it in any order, and it changed the story
I
depending
didn't
on how
watch
you.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool, and I wish they'd make more of those.
I love those books when I was in like
I always
elementary
lost.
school.
Same. One of my favorite books.
Maybe that's why I'm not a D&D fan, because I used to do those read-along books and be like, if you do this, go to page here. If you do that, go to this page. And no matter how many times I read the book and tried to do different things, I would always end up dead. I never once finished the book.
So you're saying that's why that makes you bad at D&D? Like, I mean, D&D, you die all the time. That's the funnest part when you die.
No, I mean, like I said, maybe that's why I'm not a
dying.
master. Maybe that's why I never got into D&D, because I'm like, all I do is die. What's the point, you know? So
Because death is just the beginning.
well, you know,
If you die, you get to switch characters. You get to come up with a whole new character and do somebody else.
Rob, I'm not a D&D girl either, but I love choose your adventure stories. So we can scratch that off the off the research of your
We've
D&D.
actually
outlook.
uncovered a few of those books because Kid Rand has started to read them. He likes them. So
That's
we
cool.
have like 6 or 7.
Nice.
Not to sidetrack
It
completely,
wasn't
but
on purpose, but we do have it.
that's cool. I like thanks Skeeter, love you too, bro. I always like, someone wrote a post once that got posted like, you know, Reddit or one of those sorts of things, and the concept of the post was someone should write like a murder mystery story or something, kind of like Clue, for example, you know, or anything that has like a mystery element, not necessarily a mystery book, and then secretly print like 8 different endings, but like do different amounts of
But don't
each one.
tell anybody.
Don't tell anyone there's 8 different endings. Okay. And when I say endings, I'm not saying like, you know, the last chapter is slightly different. Like it ends quite differently for each one.
So like several chapter, like, and then
yeah, like the last, you know, 10% of the book or something is different in essence. Don't tell anybody. Print different amounts of them, you know. And so there's like one out there with like one version has one. Obviously, this is a real publishing pain in the ass type thing.
Yeah.
But eventually, the fandom all starts. Oh my god, like this happened. They're like, what? No, this happened. They start comparing books and how many are there of these different versions, and like which one did you read and which one's better? And I just like imagine the wildfire.
Well, then there'd
Storm
be like an
Troopers.
interesting collectability aspect to that.
Mhm.
Like, did you collect all 8?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they'd be like various amounts of them. So like there's only 1,000 of, you know, ending number 12 or something like that. Like imagine it just, yeah.
And you could get into the subscription book, you know, clubs that are around that we all know of, and each ending could have like a different end papers and different painted edges.
Yeah.
Could be really unique.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've always loved that idea, mostly because I just love the concept of everyone realizing, holy fuck, they screwed us. Because and then don't tell them which one's the real ending. Like which one is
But if
the
they're all
intended
published,
ending.
They're all real
All
endings,
real
right?
ending.
It's just a different Flickr world.
That's cool. I like it.
So, but yeah.
That would be fun.
Anyway, on to
We digress.
yes.
And of course, Gnome gets to be practical.
I know. Like I said,
Yeah,
it's
but
a
if you don't
publishing.
tell
it's a-
anybody that when you publish it,
True.
they're not going to look at the ISBN when they buy it.
Who picks up a book and be like, let me check the ISBN before I actually open this book and purchase it? You know, like.
You have to keep it
But
quiet.
it is a nightmare for a publishing aspect. I totally get that. That's a
Yeah.
legit thing. So because you can't be like randomly select the different endings to send to one particular bookstore, and you can't entrust that you send them a big batch that they mix it up when they send out to their individual stores
Yeah.
using a main, you know.
Do
like
they?
a
I mean,
brand.
but do they have like a whole different ISBN if they like make a correction in a book? Like they don't replace the ISBN for that. So
No, that's a good question.
like what is where do you draw the line on when something needs a new ISBN? Like are the Wheel of Time Eye of the Worlds with the Ravens prologues different ISBNs than I
Ooh,
assume
I'll look
they
that
are?
up when I go home because I
But-
think I've got one. I've got one with the prologues. So
Yeah, like that's really interesting.
Another reminder that I still haven't read River of Souls. Yeah, I like that. That's an interesting question. So, today's topic, though.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Yeah. Leigh-A, why don't you tell us about today's topic?
I totally blanked. Oh, I remembered. So have you ever like really planned for something that you're either looking forward to or like just something like a major life thing, and you've done everything that you can to prepare, you've written checklists, you've like spent a lot of time getting ready for it, and then you just get to this point where there's nothing else to do except wait for the thing. And then you end up questioning yourself and you just go a little crazy, like, wait, did I do everything? Or like, did I not do enough? Or wait, is this coming? And like going to the airport for a vacation. So you get everything done ahead of time and then you're just like, okay, I'm waiting. So what can go wrong? And then you just get all up in your head. Ever happened to any of you?
For
Yeah.
sure.
When you
No.
have too much time, then you rethink everything. And then
Mhm.
you unpack and repack like 15 times.
Yeah.
It's true.
So one thing that we wanted to talk about today is how to stay positive and not drive yourself nuts when you're just, waiting for those big life things after you've done everything that you reasonably can. So to keep yourself a little bit sane. And when we were talking, we were like, oh, there's definitely points in the book where this happens. So
Trust yourself. Trust that you made the right decision and you're ready to go.
This
Yep.
is why I pack last minute when I travel, not just using that one as an example, but it's why I pack last minute when I travel. Because I can just be like, well, it's either in there or it's not. Do I have my passport and my phone in my pocket? That's especially important these days because I have left my phone a couple of places. I don't know if I shared the story of how I left it on a bus as I was going to the airport and it had my boarding pass on it. So let's not, that was a drama day.
Well, that's always a fine line, though, right? Like doing things just enough ahead of time that you may or may not be going crazy if that's a coping mechanism that you have, but not leaving your phone at home or your ID because nobody's ever done that.
I definitely do that thing where if I send an email and it's kind of like contentious or needs a really like thought out response, I like do it. I do the best I can, and then I send the email, and then I send the email. It's sent. It's out. But then I'll read it like 4 or 5 more times afterwards, just to double check I didn't say anything really stupid or that someone could misconstrue or whatever. And I don't know if that's good for me to do that or not, because it's just like, why do I need to reread this thing? It's done. I sent it. It's out there. It's out. But no, like I will go back and look at them multiple times.
I do the same thing.
I've done
Or like
that.
I have that moment where I send it and then my heart start fluttering because I think I might have accidentally put someone else on the email when it's like a more contentious email. Then I like free. I'm like, oh my gosh, did I send it to the right people? And then I go to my sent things. I'm like, do I need to recall this?
Yeah. Or like applying for college or things like that. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's kind of like the same thing. I don't know if you're in that world right now, Nix, but like this is kind of the topic we're talking about. Like you have to prepare so much and you do so many things to get those things in, and then you just send it out there and then you don't hear back for months. Right? Like you just have to like toss it into the air and then
see if anything lands.
Wait.
Yeah, I've got.
So
I'm
how
actually-
do you navigate life after that?
Yeah, because I've got the marathon on Sunday, and like within the realm of what I could do, I've done everything that I can, and now it's just like I don't know how this is gonna go. So, but I'm trying to stay positive. So thank you guys for helping me out with this.
Yay.
Like, and hopefully it's useful in other realms. So
Yeah. So so we're kind of along those lines, thinking of moments from the books and talking about what we think they did and things we could do and stuff like that. Did anyone have an example to kick it off with?
Go.
So I really like when after Egwene becomes Amerlin's seat and they are meeting with nobles from Andor and Mirundi talking about the huge group from Saladar crossing through their territory. So it's an army, but Egwene and the Hall wants to make sure that they have permission, but also don't accidentally start a war with these nations. And where they're meeting, they're walking they're on horseback for almost half a day. And Egwene's just kind of sitting there, but she's literally isolated by herself because the Halls, they're all off with their little Ajas talking. Nobody's talking to her. So, and even Suan's not really talking to her. So she had to, she basically was self-talking, going through everything and also trying to keep an ear out on what was going on. But she just managed to have faith in her confidence and her abilities and what she was doing. And she had that secret plan that she was going to do. So she just kept going over and over and over what she was going to do and really focused on the task at hand and not all the things that could go wrong.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things to help ourselves in those moments is to realize the things that we can control and the things that we have no control over, and be able to like take the things that we don't have any control over and put those aside. Like acknowledge that they're there, that they're things that worry us, but also acknowledge that that's not something that we can influence right now. So we need to put it to the side and focus on the things that we do have influence over, so that so we don't feel hamstrung by all the things that could go wrong or all the things that could happen that could affect us, because we're only focusing on the ones where we have any direct influence. Because otherwise then it's too much, right? It's too much to carry. It's too much of a burden, and it distracts you from staying focused on the thing that you really want to actually make happen, right?
Yep.
It's so hard to do that.
It is so hard to do that. It is so hard to do that. I mean, one of my mentors I'm sorry, Nick, I'm just cussing a lot today. He described it as a fuck it bucket. And you literally
I think she's okay with the cursing.
Imagine a bucket that you just literally just toss stuff that you can't control into, and you just throw that in that bucket, and you just fill your fucking bucket up with.
Damn, my fucking bucket's the size of a skip.
You toss it in there so that, and you leave that fucking bucket behind and go do the things that you actually can take care of. And I really love the fucking bucket concept, but it is really hard. And it is, I mean, obviously with the fact that I read emails 475 times after I send them, I don't always adhere to that, but it is an aspiration. It's an aspiration to be able to just be like, I'm gonna let go of things that I can't control.
Yeah.
Which is, that's definitely a skill that takes a lot of time to learn how to do. Also, Spuds is warning you to be careful with so much wisdom.
Yeah. I don't think we're at risk of that, but I appreciate the sentiment. Another way to look at it is like, and I think we've talked about this before, about like your spheres of influence, like the things you can influence directly, and the things is like a kind of like a Venn diagram. You like draw the Venn diagram of where your influence overlaps somebody else, and then that's where you can like push, and then you realize the rest of everything having to do with someone else you have no influence over, so you can only push in the one area where you have influence, and just like keep letting that ripple out, so that you're not pushing on things that are not anything that you can change, right? Especially when it comes to interpersonal things. I think there are some really good, like, big events in the books where we often see a character's like POV as they're walking into it. And often, at least the way that Robert Jordan wrote, often he didn't tell you what the plans were, right? Like he didn't tell you what was going to happen. And you didn't sit in the planning sessions and learn about all the things that were going to happen. So you were kind of, in that sense, is you had less information than the person in the POV, which is like in those instances, not kind of a different way of handling things than experiencing like something as.
But you still experience their anxiety. You just don't know like what level of planning you're assuming that they got.
Yeah, but often is the case is they like Rand especially does this, right? He has made plans, he's coordinated with people, he's gotten things in place, and you don't know, and then he walks into the situation and then all of his plans like come into fruition. We see that a little bit with the Malden thing with Perrin. You know, he walks into the Malden thing and they have it all planned out, right? But you don't know what they've planned. And Perrin is basically telling himself, like what we just talked about, he's telling himself that he just has to trust everyone else to do their jobs.
Well, because he keeps wanting to go do their jobs for them.
Right.
And they're like, stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Actually getting in the way.
I want to go check that everyone's where they're supposed to be and everyone knows when they're supposed to attack or cause fog or, you know, rescue survivors or do whatever they're meant to be doing. And he has to say to himself, like, you know, A, I need to trust them, and B, it's also kind of too late to run around and do that because then I won't be able to do my part type thing. So I kind of just have to, you know, focus on the task at hand, but also, you know, trust other people that they're going to do what they need to do.
Which is also hard.
Yeah.
There, I like full spoilers. We don't have the banner up, but
Dear, that's me.
And I really appreciated it in A Memory of Light, where Rand walks out with his scribes and the letter that he's spent who knows how long, like coming up with the agreement, the compact, as it were, for all of the nations, and thought through everything, and then everyone reads it and it's great, and then the Aiel are like, hey,
dude,
hey.
What's up?
And he's like, I thought of everything, and then he had clearly had. I thought that was a really great example of like of the other side of this is that we are collectively very focused on the things that we can control, and sometimes we're so focused that we miss something, and it's how we recover from that really makes or breaks the next step. You know, being open to feedback, being willing to listen, being able to hear other people's concerns with empathy and understanding in order to accomplish something big. Right. And that's what he did in that moment. Right. He listened to people. He was about to walk away. That was like, people got upset, but then, you know, ultimately they came back together to come up with an agreement that made sense. And I mean, we could do that in the big picture and in the small picture too, for all of these things that we face.
Well, speaking of that compact, the night before he does something to distract himself, which also Perrin does right before the Battle of the Two Rivers.
Okay.
And that was to get him some.
Okay.
I mean, you might die the next day. Come on.
Yeah.
Just get it done.
I know. I just had to pretend to cover your ears.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think when you've done all the preparing you can do and you're just waiting, like play a video game or play with someone else, or, you know, could just
Consensually.
like find a way to help like manage pass the time in a way that like is something completely different than what you're prepping for.
Don't do the overthinking and like questioning, and that turns into potentially destructive behaviors.
Yeah. Work on cosplay. Work on like create something, make something else, make something different, make something new.
I'm feeling called out right now.
I'm just like hypothetically, if it were someone who liked to like make things with her hands, that could be a really good distraction.
Do somebody's homecoming hair.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. Come up with like a new like makeup look or something. Some sort of cool.
Or even the mundane, like do the dishes.
No. Don't do the dishes.
Do we not do productive?
I don't know. That's that kind of stuff when I'm doing things like that. I don't know about you, but that's when I really, if something isn't like taking my full focus, like that's when I start like over analyzing and thinking stuff. Or go hang out with people, you know, go see other people, find community with people you care about. go on a show on a Thursday night and hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, I always appreciated that it seemed like Nynaeve always was confident in whatever decision that she made. Whether it was obviously not the right choice from the reader's perspective and maybe a lot of other characters, she just boss bitched every single decision and acted if like she was sure of herself most of the time, you know, and just didn't. Like, she didn't seem like she needed any preparation or whatever, for good or for ill. But I always love that she was like, you know, she would argue with one of the girls or whoever about the stupidest shit, but it was because she needed to do that, I think, to tell herself that she made the right decision. So it just, I always just thought that was very interesting of her. I love Nynaeve, and I think she made bad choices. She made good choices, you know, but she just went in all, I'm making the best decision, right? And I'm not going to worry about it. Just going to go.
I actually had a book example for this that that does involve Nynaeve, but not quite the same angle. She stopped herself from worrying about the bigger problems by focusing on smaller problems, I suppose you could say.
Mm-hmm.
When they're in the circus and she's worrying about Van Luca and his, you know, coming onto her ways and like getting, you know, shot by Brigida doing the arrow, the bow and arrow and the target thing, and the scandalous outfit she keeps getting put in, you know, and all that sort of stuff. And she's like so focused on like, I can't wear that. That's outrageous. You know, why is Elaine kitted head to toe and covered up and I'm here with like half my skin out? And, you know, I would understand if you missed and actually shot me and all those things. And she's like, she is heavily focused on the problems at hand, but she's using that as a distraction from the main problems that they're all hiding from by being in the circus.
Yeah.
And it was like, hide from the bigger problems by focusing on the smaller problems. Was like a really, it's not an example of like trying to find the light when the path is uncertain, but it made me chuckle that for someone who is so like, this is a decision, I'm done, I'm committed, I'm in, that she, even her, like in that moment, could be still really uncertain on what's happening type thing. Like, she's not worried about the bigger issue at hand, like hiding in circus and things like that, but she's worried about the silly things within the circus to keep hiding. Obviously, the situation with Brigida is not. You know,
I just thought that was just her covering up the fact that she really did like to wear the scandalous clothes.
I mean,
she was just making excuses to focus on that.
But I think it's a thing she discovered about herself while she was focusing on the problems she could control.
Yes.
While not focusing on the things that she had no control over and couldn't in the moment didn't have a solution for, right? So she was, and then she discovered something about herself along the way.
Like, where is Lad? Why can't he see me in this? You know, like,
so true.
Yeah, and I can imagine Zoe pulling that off very well if they'd got to that stage.
Oh my god!
We'll get it. We will get it. We will.
I think that would have been hilarious. But you know, at the same time as she's going through all of that, like Elaine and Brigida are there, just totally like not worried about the big problem at hand, not worried about like tightrope walking and being all up in you know, sequins and things like that, or shooting people and stuff. They're all like, no, I got this is fine. But they're also not there panicking about the bigger problems. So like they're embracing the fun of the moment. Because they can't do anything else.
There's just nothing you can do about it. Like they're doing
they're like, we need to
in that moment.
Yeah, we're with the circus, we're hiding, we're, you know, it's slow moving, but we're just like, we can't change how fast the circus goes, because if it suddenly skips 500 villages, that looks weird, and all these situations that they're in. And so they're like, well, I'm just going to have fun being a carny for a while, basically. So at the same time, Nynaeve's ways of embracing that is to focus on the little problems, that the only things that she currently has power to affect. And it was just, there was a nice dichotomy of approaches going on there for me.
Yeah,
so,
she's reverting to her wisdom behavior almost.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So, but yeah,
Insensibilities.
the dress thing. I hadn't considered that she sort of learned something about herself, but with the dress situation. So now you said that, Amice, next time I get to that section, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, this is hilarious. Like, oh, maybe I like wearing these types of things, you know, like.
It's so hard to convince herself that she still has like her Two Rivers common sense and practicalities, and it's just like
he really holds on to that.
A really good exercise in learning to let go of things that you don't need anymore, right?
Mhm.
You know, ideas from your childhood or things you were taught in church or whatever that you need to let go in order to like grow as a human. Yeah. Good. It was a good exercise in that. Not that everyone needs to embrace being scantily clad, but it was a metaphor for letting go.
A metaphor for accepting the situation that you are currently in. You know, not fighting it. I mean, you know, there are some situations that's not an absolute like, oh, whatever your situation is, just accept it. Like that's not what I'm saying. But like if you're in a situation and you can't currently change that through any action, you know, like you can still find things that you're like, hey, this is actually, I learned something about myself, or I like this, or you know, that was a little bit of something there that, you know, gave me a new viewpoint on something. And in Naive's case, in this particular situation, it's, you know, sparkles and minimal clothing. You're like, cool, you know, like no worries. That's totally cool, totally fair, you know. So like I think not to call out oh god, who was doing it at WhatCon, someone had was it like sparkly gold body paint or glitter or something like that,
Alex?
Many of us had sparkly gold on.
That's what I'm trying to figure out who was giving it out.
Who that was. Kylie, wasn't it?
Was it Kylie? Okay, so Kylie was like, you know, putting out the gold sparkly like face paint, glitter, body paint, whatever it was, that makeup. I can't remember exactly what it was, but you know, everyone was getting the treatment. I don't like it, so like, not on me, thank you, because you never get rid of glitter. It just never goes. But Alex decided that he was like, yeah, come on, put it on, like, go for it. And he's there, like, the buttons are undone. He's embracing the situation, having a great time. And I was like, kudos, Alex, this is amazing. But I think by the end of the weekend, he was just like, you know, I think I'm down for being covered in glitter, you know, like it was fun. It was hilarious. I had a great time, you know, so braver herpes. So I mean, it's true, you know.
Glitter never ends.
Glitter is the herpes of the arts and crafts world.
Oh my god.
Yesterday, I went to brunch with a friend for her birthday, and she wanted to go to this new restaurant we hadn't been to before, but its like signature thing was a glitter champagne mimosa situation. A giant one, like an entire bottle of Prosecco in a champagne glass that was like this big, but it was filled with edible glitter too. So they like, it was not just edible glitter. It was cotton candy was put in the glass first with edible glitter on the cotton candy. And then they poured the Prosecco onto the cotton candy and it like dissolved as the Prosecco was going down. And then it like was like bubbly. It looked like almost like a mood lamp, right? Like with the like weird like stuff happening inside of it. And then there was like raspberry syrup poured in. It was like a whole production. It was crazy. And I was laughing and I told them about your particular hatred of edible glitter and Amice's love of it, and how I was thinking about how much you would love that drink, Amice, because it was just like an infusion of sparkle and
like a glitter bomb.
And there was and there was glitter because when they poured the Prosecco, the glitter kind of like poofed and it like went everywhere. It was everywhere on everything, and we were just laughing because we were just like, there's like glitter all over us, and we had a great time. But
I may have to come have one of those beverages.
It is pretty fun.
A whole bottle.
That sounds like an experience, and I don't mean that in a bad way. That definitely is quite a visually impactful drink. sounds extremely sweet. You should
I know. I was gonna say it sounds very
Cotton
sweet.
candy seems
Cotton
sweet.
candy is sweet.
Plus
Prosecco
raspberry
is
syrup on top of it.
raspberry syrup as well. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
man,
it was a whole. There was it was
a lot of sugar.
definitely very sweet.
You have to have salty snacks to go with it. That's all.
Yeah.
Just get some salty.
You've inspired me for What a Holiday now.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
So 3-4 brunch is not actually, we haven't even discussed it actually now that I've just said this, but we haven't decided what we're doing for our for brunch this year, have we? Or have we, Mel? You were looking a bit sideways like we had and Rob just forgot, which is also extremely possible.
No, we haven't. We haven't.
Okay.
We have hopes, but we don't have confirmations of our hopes.
No, but
we'll talk
like,
about it
yeah,
after.
I know that.
aside from that, did we decide like we made
No.
soups? We've done we haven't done that bit either. Yeah, okay, cool. That's what I meant. Like the other bit, yes, I know about. But just being cryptic there, folks. Because we don't.
There's always another secret.
Wrong book.
So if we raise, oh god, I need to think of a stupid number now. But if we raise a stupid amount of money during our What a Holiday this year, I will have to hand a drink or something of that nature that will be overflowing with edible glitter in it and such, and I will chug it at the end of the hour.
Oh my gosh!
You heard it here,
We'd
folks.
all do that, but it wouldn't be a punishment for us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I did my glitter last year.
Yeah.
No
So
glitter.
I don't even allow
Maybe.
glitter in my house. So this would be, I will go and purchase edible glitter and like pour it into a drink and or whatever. And
You know what
Good
you
thing
can
we weren't
do?
friends in my 20s.
is
You would have
my
had glitter in your house.
I mean, what I'll figure out. Define overflowing with. I will
be specific.
it will have a lot of glitter, like an obscene amount of glitter, by my standards.
So like one
A
piece of
snake.
glitter that ended up on you
No,
as
two,
you pass by the craft store.
As I passed by the
That's an
craft
obscene
store.
amount of
Yeah,
glitter.
someone opened the door and the air conditioning was really powerful. It just on me, So, yeah, I'll think of something. We haven't decided exactly what we're doing for trying to make
We've
later
got
for us this year.
time.
We got
We've
time.
got
Yeah,
time.
so, although I almost threw up last year, so
I also
like,
vote for this.
yeah, something that worked. Yeah,
My tummy just sometimes doesn't like certain combinations. And when it's boiled mayonnaise, of course I threw up, and then I can't remember what it was last year.
Next is
I
space.
didn't realize
it
everybody
together.
was going to choose it as the thing that they. So I had like 7 helpings of mayonnaise.
Nix
In
needs
addition
context.
to. Oh.
No, I don't.
Don't
No,
you know
I
about?
No, actually, I don't need context for boiled mayo. That is a crime against humanity, and I'm okay not knowing anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loves mayo.
Yeah.
I mean,
So.
it's
Only a
mayonnaise
little bit.
is whipped emulsified oil. Like you can
Okay.
literally make mayonnaise by just blending oil. It's not going to be
Yes.
great, but that's the base for mayonnaise. It's ridiculous.
Gross.
Anyway,
Wow.
we'll figure that out, and I will, we'll figure out what we're doing. Then I'll figure out an amount to raise, and then I will figure out what the glitter will be in, and we'll go with a drink. The glitter will be in a drink, and
Okay.
there will be a lot of glitter, and I will chug said drink at the end of the hour if we hit that target.
I'm just gonna pour. How
this
about you
is a
just
good
pour
side
liquid
quest.
glitter in a shot glass? Just fill the whole
Just
thing
do
up.
a shot of liquid glitter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see. Can I buy liquid glitter? I don't know.
There
Do
was
you
You
know
have,
how
to
another
get, you have
dish?
to make like a liquid, the edible glitter like that I had, and then mix some sort of liquid in it.
I'm sure Meg will be able to help you with this.
It's true.
Yes, Meg will be like, Rob, I need to watch if you're doing this.
Meg will just like put all the money down right at once, just to like sass you.
I can buy glitter. I
So
can buy
as a
makeup.
potential alternative,
Mhm.
another friend at this brunch ordered the like billionaire's bacon or millionaire's bacon. Anyway, it was gold. There was gold leaf on the bacon. It was bacon covered in gold leaf. A really beautiful piece of bacon, but also had gold leaf on it. So, and we were trying to figure out if gold leaf on its own is edible. I thought the answer was yes, but
No.
Or do they make an edible version of gold leaf?
No, you're just
No.
drinking metal, I think, at that
You
point.
just the concept behind gold leaf on anything is it's such a minimal amount, and gold is such an inactive metal anyway that it just hopefully just passes through you. But in essence, you are just eating
Yes.
it. You're
They
eating
said they would report back on whether it just passed.
a very tiny,
still
a very
waiting
tiny
on
amount of inedible
I
metal.
mean,
basically.
I've done
Do
lots of shots of Goldschlager and never had a health crisis.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, do you think if
From
you
the
went
gold.
to a Goldschlager warehouse and
it's
you
not-
dumped out all the Goldschlager through a sieve, and then you like brought the gold to where you needed to and sold it? Could we do that to make some money?
So do you know what?
Is
we're
that
really,
the new heist?
We're on
So
a
instead
tangent
of
right now.
stealing jewels from the Louvre, we're gonna rob a Goldschlager.
Who would think to do this? Don't tell
Right.
anybody, anyone.
Factory.
If you see
Kudos.
the news, it wasn't me. But, like,
Kudos to them for doing it at 9:30 in the morning. Like even the French can sleep in and still get the job done. Exactly. There we go, Skeeter.
That
what
reminds
was I
me, I
gonna
need
say?
to text
Oh,
them.
a YouTuber did this. They bought like, something, I don't know, like 20 bottles of Goldschlager or something like that. And then they filtered it all through like coffee straighteners, like the coffee papers, to collect the gold and to see if they could get enough gold back to cover the cost of the Goldschlager or more. Like, is there more in terms of value of gold in Goldschlager than it costs to purchase Goldschlager? TLDR? No, there is not. But they did get back, I think, like 40% the cost of Goldschlager or something, like 50%, like half the money back, basically, or something.
My dream
This
is
was
crushed now.
the process was long and arduous because it didn't filter through the papers super quick. You do lose some of it because of the papers. You've got to put it into something else. Then you've got to like dry out the gold. Then you've got to like get it in some sort of like, get it to someone who's going to purchase it in the current
I
form
mean,
it's in.
when
'cause
you're
it's not-
panning for gold, it's kind of similar.
Yeah,
And
but
half the time it's not real.
It's
So,
not 20. It's true. It's not 24 karat gold anyway. Like they use like, this weird,
Shitty
like
gold.
bare minimal,
Mm.
basic fleck gold type thing. So yeah, they got some of their money back, but it definitely did not cover the cost of the Goldschlager.
Well, I would cross off breaking into the Goldschlager warehouse and emptying out the bottles off my to-do list. This is what
So-
happens when we talk about glitter. We forget what we're talking about.
I've been googling purple glitter,
No,
by
but
the way,
no,
so I'll
but
get
it fits
purple
really
glitter.
well with what we were talking about, and
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
is like
Distraction.
planning something different, doing something different, distracting yourself with something completely different than the thing that you're worried about, so that you're saving your mental energy for when you need it again, right? And I think this was a really good example of that. Is because we do need to figure out what we want to do for what a holiday, and that's like a fun, different planning thing than the thing that might be stressing you out in the moment. I think that honestly is partly why I really like being involved with the Watapella group, because sometimes I just need to do something different, because life is really stressful right now, and there's a lot of life that I can't control. There's a lot of things that are happening that I have very little influence over. I can try to influence them. I feel like I do my job, but ultimately, like, people are going to make choices that I can't control. And so sometimes I just need to do something different while I wait to find out what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have found one that I think is appropriately named and comes in purple. This is Violet Luster Dust.
Ooh.
Just pour it on me.
Luster dust.
Luster Dust.
Nice.
Fun.
This is obviously being marketed for Halloween. Next, please update me with what this is. What is that? Just like the Gen Z, like, yay, round of applause.
Do you want like full context?
You tell us old people.
I mean, as long as it's not going to take 20 minutes, yeah, sure.
No. So
Like-
there's this model,
Not like
I think
Gold
she won Model of the Year, and she had like long nails one time, and there's a video of her watching like an assistant behind the scenes in a show, like yelling at someone who was like not doing something they should have been doing, and being like I think it was like something like they're too cold, like turn up the heating, like why are you doing this to them, whatever. And she's just in the background doing this with her nails and clapping really quietly. So this is like the clapping.
It's a small clap.
Oh, it's a small clap.
Small
Oh,
clap.
it's not, but it's not like the tiny violin thing, like, you know. Or
No, that would be
It's
like,
different.
It's a good thing, right? It's not a bad thing.
no, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Okay,
It's
cool.
me clapping.
It's like snaps, but
I guess.
Gen Z snaps. Okay, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. It's better if you have like longer nails because it makes a little clicky noise.
Sweet. All right.
I can click with the back of my nails.
I'm learning.
We're learning Gen Z
right.
language, guys.
Yes. Sorry for the side paneling, the side tracking there, folks. But yeah,
It's all good.
where were we? We were distracting you from the weight. That's what we were doing. So,
Exactly.
debating the luster dust that I'm going to consume.
I will probably spend an inordinate amount of time thinking about that.
Yeah.
There is something else, though. I mean, we've talked a lot about distracting, but there is something to walking through your plan with someone who's not involved with it too. Like you can, if you want like an affirmation that you've done everything that you need to do, sometimes you need to get just like a completely different perspective on it. So there is something to just asking someone you trust and someone, you know, whose opinion matters to you, to just let you step through it and ask and let them ask you questions, because they're going to ask questions about things that you haven't thought of because they're coming from a different perspective.
To really
So
make sure
sometimes
you got everything.
Yeah, sometimes you just need another brain, right? Especially someone who thinks differently than you. I always find that's really useful.
Yeah. So if they're like completely removed from the situation, you know, it's that they don't have a dog in the fight, so to speak, then or even connectively, you know, it's like they could just give you their opinion, and it's like their opinion is not swayed either way as long as you're, you know, giving them the full picture, so to speak. You know, if you're weighting the argument in your favor, that's pointless. But it, you know, it can really just help you, like, have I crossed all my T's here? Have I dotted my I's? And be like, well, I've noticed this, or I've noticed that, or like, I think you're good. Like, it can be really validating or helpful to be like, yes, you were right to worry. You've missed a few things, but here we go. We've caught them. It's all good. Or no, you nailed it. Well done. You know, or something in between.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah, absolutely.
Sherbert Mango put in chat, I like making lists.
Chris do a really good job with that too.
Yeah. I like making lists and writing things down to get stuff out of my head, like Elaine in her letters to Rand. Yeah. Lists are very important.
I know those letters are a little like, well, maybe they were like mind clearing for Elaine, but they were very
exactly
for Rand. Yeah, this is true. Yeah.
They were probably really good for her. She probably should have like deleted those emails. You know, write it, but then delete it. Yes. Right? Sometimes you just need to get it off your chest, but you don't necessarily need to send it. That's okay.
Gosh.
Oh, man.
I love that. All right. Any other examples jumping to mind?
I feel like I had one in it.
How do you feel about like Matt's chaotic way of planning things? Because he is a planner and a strategist, right? Like, how does that fit in to this kind of thing? Because he copes by gambling or joking around. Like he de-stresses in the moment by keeping things light, even though he's in a really intense situation. And I feel like that can be really helpful too, is sometimes you just need to break the tension, right? And it's the same kind of thing, like when you're like working on something and you can't figure it out, sometimes you just need to like take a nap or go to bed and wake up in the next Morning. It's that same way of just like pushing through the stress energies in your head so that you can refocus on the task at hand with a clearer mind. And I think that's the way that Matt does it.
Yeah, I suppose I've never really looked too deeply at Matt in this sort of stuff. I always kind of felt like he trusted his gut so easily and so quickly that, oh, there we go, Shebs. Yeah. Not that he never second guessed the decision, but I think he did it so fast and it was just like, then did it, that he didn't have that chance. So if anything, he was more a character that would like have regrets as opposed to panicking about something that's coming up. And he would distract himself, like, you know, when the last battle was coming, like once the plan's done, he would just be like, sweet, I'll go gambling now or carousing or whatever type thing.
We did have an example in the books of him like thinking very deeply for a long amount of time about something, right? We have the example from Fires of Heaven where he's like, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna go off on my own, and he talks through it with so many people, and he like tells so many people that he's leaving, but he doesn't leave. He doesn't actually
because Rand keeps drawing him back in.
Yeah, but he's also like thinking through it, right?
Yeah.
He's thinking through that whole thing, and whether he should and whether he shouldn't and what he wants and where does he want to go. And, so he doesn't exclusively only move by gut instinct, right? Mm-hmm. He really needed to process what he wanted to be in his life.
Yeah, that's true. I just kind of get not stuck, but I just kind of, when you think of Matt, I always think of like second half of the series Matt sort of thing, where he's just like, once he gets over the denial, yeah, once he gets past his denial stage, he's just kind of like, all right, is what it is, let's just keep rolling with it, because that's how my shit works, that's how the luck works, that's how the dice work, that's how, like, he worries about the dice, but in the same breath he doesn't focus on the dice. He's just like, oh god damn it, go away type thing, or just bloody drop and let me know what it is.
But I think it is part of his positive nature. So like when he's planning to get Jolene and the Aes Sedai out of Ibu Dar, he has a very detailed plan and he does mull over it, but he doesn't completely overthink it, because he does realize that as soon as you start anything, the plan is going to inevitably change.
Yeah.
Which is totally what I've had to deal with in my dream.
Yeah, he does spend time mulling plans.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like finalize the plan and then agonize over it or worry about it or try and change it until he starts the plan, and then, like all good plans, they go to shit as soon as you start, and he adapts. But yeah, early book Matt, early story Matt, yeah, he definitely he's like, what are we going to do here, what are we going to do there, agonizing over things. Yeah, it's definitely what he's like. I just remember, I suppose the only later book example of Matt is when they're going to, I forget the name of the town, is when Brandon quote didn't understand Matt in the first book that he wrote, and he's like, here's your backstory for 20 people that goes back 27 years and stuff, and which I found entertaining, but I'm not sure that he agonized over that. I think he was more like pissed off that everyone ignored it or was like, you're an idiot. Or that he then didn't get a chance to use it because when they turned up, it was just like, yeah, I know who you are, like, shut up. And it's
he did kind of dwell on the fact that he didn't get to use it, for sure.
Exactly. The past reaction to it is kind of, where he ends up. He's like, this is what I'm doing, here's a decision, I've made this plan, sweet, that's happened. And then if it doesn't work, he's like, well, that's where my angst and worry and concern goes, rather than like, this is coming up, have I done enough?
It's in the middle. Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, it's kind of, it's in the moment after he made his decision. Yeah.
Yeah. So, which feels, now that we've had this discussion, different to all the other characters. Basically, except for I think Brigitte. I think Brigitte is also a little bit like that. I mean, she worries a lot about Elaine, but that's because Elaine is, she's I mean, she's a ginger cat and a calico cat had a baby type situation. You know,
Well, and would she worry if she wasn't bonded? Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'd be like, well, you're a chaos gremlin, but you know, well, I'll see you when I see you type thing.
Good luck.
So, yeah, good luck. You know, if I'm passing by, I'll bail you out, but that's about it. So, you know, that makes it sound very selfish. That's not how I mean it.
It's interesting, like a bond too, like how much a bonded pair, how much their other opposite feelings interfere with your preparation and your feeling of like, you know, disquiet before a big event. You know, like you really have to like be in sync. Like, don't be Debbie Downer, Aes Sedai, because I'm ready to fight over here. Like, I'm going to tell you and try to lift you up, but like, come on, we're bonded together. If you're down, I'm down. You know, like how much that influences your anxiety, and you know, I don't know. It's just interesting because then you're having to deal with that and their anxiety too. Right? Like, I don't know, it's rough. And it's the same in like a relationship with a friend or a spouse or whatever. I mean, you feed off each other and you feel similar when they're feeling certain ways, but like a bond, it forces you to feel those things, you know.
It does.
It's a whole other set of anxiety before a big battle or you know, whatever the task is.
I know that my husband is really uncomfortable in certain situations, and I almost get preemptively uncomfortable that he's uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like I know he's not gonna like that situation, and so I get like,
Like, can we get tacos on the way? You know, like.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I like from that perspective. Yeah, it does affect it because and I have a friend who has like who has a really high anxiety spouse, and it's almost like she makes choices to like try and shield it, but so much so that like she like gives up part of her enjoyment of something because her spouse is struggling with it, and I always feel bad about that. Like I want her, because I know it's something that she likes, but she can't like it if he's not liking it, which is that part's really hard to see, right? And I almost get mad at him. I'm like, come on, just let her have a good time.
Yeah.
This is why it is important that when you're in relationships to do things without your partner as well.
Agreed. Yeah.
You don't have to do everything together.
Agreed.
It's not possible for everyone to like the exact same things. That would be weird.
Like I went to a big group thing on Saturday. That was a big group thing for some reason. There was a lot of people at, and I went by myself because I knew that my husband would not like to go. That was not a thing that he would enjoy. So I went on my own.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he was very happy not to go.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you mentioned to me, like when it comes to like going to concerts with the kids, like you're the one that typically goes. With the one exception, you were like, really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it's, you know, it's like you say, doing things individually is just as important as doing things together. So yeah, I understand that feeling to your friend. You know, but also understand why she's so concerned about her spouse. So, you know.
Yeah, it's hard though.
Yeah. So
I get that.
I love that. So.
Oh man, that's what happens when you care about other people.
People.
Well,
Empathy.
since we're
It's a
having
good
empathy and caring for people, why don't I give away more memberships?
Yay, Prezi!
And also,
Prezzies.
chat, do you have any other examples from the books or the show where you feel like these moments happened and people were so tense before a decision, and they had to really be positive or distract themselves or whatever they needed to do to move the story or their goal forward. Yeah. Oh, look at all those great people that just got memberships.
Steph,
Hey, look, there's their names.
Yeah.
Yay!
Steph, Glenn, Kev, Wild Gardenia, and
Arosa.
Yeah. No, this is fun. This has given me a new, not that I disliked Nynaeve, but a new appreciation. Like, I enjoyed the circus part of the books, to be honest. Whether it would have made it, who knows. But I very much enjoy that part of it, even though it's kind of like a slower part of it.
I like the circus too.
I love the circus.
But it gave, I think I never really thought about how Nynaeve was hiding from, not hiding, but like not focusing on the big problem and only focusing on the day-to-day problems, and like how she learned something about herself in the process. I never really appreciated that the same way. And then thinking about Matt, because I always would have given like the second half of the story Matt as his description, but early book Matt is quite a warrior in some ways. So yeah. Oh, there we go. Shubs coming in. Moraine threw herself into researching when she was shielded in season 2 as a distraction.
For sure. She did. Yeah.
A lot of reading out. So, and Skeeter being like calling out the lurkers today.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the case of Moraine, you could say that there is such a thing as using something as a distraction to avoid dealing with it. That's a very different topic, I think, than actively distracting yourself once you've done everything that you can.
Yeah.
In advance of something that you have upcoming.
Yeah, I think she was still trying to find a way to continue her mission, but she had to reassess. So I'm not sure she was. I think she was in some way like hiding from it and like not acknowledging it, especially because she couldn't send that letter to Swan for quite some time. But in the same breath, she also was trying to
Lynn,
she was trying to prepare and find another way to still complete her mission before turning up and being like, well, I'm screwed because I can't channel, but this is how I'm still helpful. So I feel like she was doing both things at once a little bit.
But I think one thing Moraine is good with it, and it doesn't seem like she ever has downtime, because I think she plans the downtime. So if she knows like there's a point where I will have done everything that I can, but then here's like 5 other things I could be doing in the meantime. So like not necessarily so like, and I feel like that's Moraine's one of those people you're like, well, she doesn't do any of these things, but I think it's because she has that forethought, from her training as both a Kyrian noble as well as her Aes Sedai training. Like she just has plans upon plans upon plans.
I also feel like she is always on the positive though, right? Like 20 years she was looking, right? She's searching. She's searching, and you have to stay positive. I feel like the show was a little more, she questioned herself a lot in the show. I didn't love that. I liked Moraine in the books. She was like, this is my mission. I'm going to do it until I do it. Like, it was not about like, oh, was the prophecy wrong or, blah, blah, blah. It was just like the prophecy is fucking right. Or she decided it was right. She made that decision. And then everything after, she just had to wait, and I think, she had that attitude. I didn't need her doubting backstory. Like I didn't need that in the show. Like, give me strong Moraine and let her just be like a Nynaeve. That's why they bonked heads so much in the books. They're very similar, right? And I didn't feel like we got that in the show as much, but yeah, she had to have that attitude. Yeah, like she had to have that good stead-mindedness. So.
Agreed. Okay, well, we have a lot of fun coming up, folks.
Oh man, so much fun. What do we have planned?
We've planned a few things, folks. I say that like we don't normally plan. We plan every week.
You did say that with a surprise.
I kind of is.
We've got like the next 6 years planned out, folks. Like,
Yeah.
every time something random pops up, we're like, we'll just push everything back a week, or like that one gets moved to the bottom of the pile. So, you know,
We're pulling a moraine.
Yeah, we just pull them in. So if you come back next week and join us, we have Jim from Fantasy of the Ages joining us.
And Nick's I'll still be here.
Next will still be here next week. Oh,
Are you gonna wear a costume, Nix?
Of course, I love Halloween. It's my favorite costume.
Yay.
Next time, you know. Oh no, not quite. Almost. Sorry, 2 weeks, isn't it? Or just over 2 weeks. Sorry. I have to be like, well, we won't have to worry about the curse words, you know. So
because we totally always worry about the curse words.
Totally worry about it.
I mean, I fucking watch my mouth when I'm.
I waited 3 minutes, guys.
Yeah, that's a long time, you know. And like, she couldn't curse pre-show either, so you know, it's like. Oof. But yeah, next week, Jim from Fantasy of the Ages will be joining us, and we'll be talking all things Halloweeny, and the Threefold Talk Murder Board of Plans has its own mind. Yes, Overroom. Sorry. We'll be talking a Halloweeny style topic. I'll let you guess what that might be. And then the week after that,
it's not about penises, just to be
no,
clear.
it's not about penises.
Not that kind of weenie.
I'm not coming.
Different weenie.
And then the week after that, on the 6th of November, we will be having Spuds and some other folks join us because it will be our Whattober look back. We will be doing, how did we title it? I need to look back. Was it the Sneak and Find, the Peek and Find something? Mel, did you write? What did you call it?
Seek and Find?
The Seek and Find of the Whattober reviews, because Whattober is going on, folks, and there's lots of great artwork and creations happening of various types. So we're going to have some fun doing that. And then after that, Veterans Day, where Beth Doman will be joining us, and we'll be talking Well-Time Veterans, which I unfortunately won't be here for that episode because I will be in Prague. Getting ready to go look at costumes and shit. So
jealous.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that.
You can still buy tickets to that too if you haven't.
Still buy tickets to that. That's very true. Yes. But I mean, if you can't make it, folks, don't worry, because I've gotten permission to go crazy on the filming and photos, and well, I'm sure photos are already done, but I asked them, like, hey, can I like bring stuff and film and blah blah blah, and they were like, yes, absolutely, go for it. I was like, great. So there will be a lot of that happening.
So are we gonna get an episode where you just like give us pictures and we get to see things?
Yes, on the 23rd. Sorry, I keep saying on the 23rd. Yes, sorry, I keep saying yes. On the 13th won't be here, but on the 20th. Of November. Yeah, on November 20th will be a costume exhibition special episode. So.
Sweet. Hooray! And then the next week is U.S. Thanksgiving, so I'm assuming we'll be out for that.
Wow, so we've got 4 episodes planned.
I know, look at us go.
Look at us.
Wow. Consummated professionals.
It's true.
You've got us all the way up to the beginning of December planned.
Yeah, and then the beginning of December is a holiday week, so that's brunch week. So we kind of have 5 weeks set up.
Oh, we're so
I don't know how to deal with this.
We're planned for over a month. We've got 5 episodes and a break planned in for, in essence, 2 breaks, because one of them will be happening on Sunday instead of Thursday. So ish. But yeah, like over the next 6 weeks, we have the break week and the 5 episodes planned out. Damn.
Guys, don't act so surprised.
I know, I'm not that surprised.
Don't let them know.
We plan a lot.
We plan a lot.
And sometimes we just don't plan at all, but we plan a lot.
Yeah, we have a great time. So plans are good until you hit that live button. That feels so appropriate.
Hey, Iris.
Hey, Iris.
True.
It's so true. Folks, please comment below on the video moments from the books that, or the show, or from your own life that you feel comfortable sharing, of ways that you find the light when the path is uncertain, or just comment on things that we've talked about and suggested here. Yes. And feel free to throw in suggestions of what Threefold Talk can get up to in terms of
Foldy Brunch takeover.
Not takeover, but Foldy Brunch suggestions.
Yeah,
like we've done soups, we've done drinks, we've done all sorts of things. Personally, I really did enjoy doing the soup discussion. The soup thing, that was very entertaining. But if you have other ideas,
it was so hot. I just remembered like the steam over my face.
I remember having like a slow cooker next to me and 2 cameras set up and weird shit. And I'm like, oh my god, yeah.
It was
Pickle
so
soup.
gross.
That jar of pickled fish did eventually just get thrown away, so no one purchased that one, thank God. But yes.
I still have my seaweed from last year.
Nixon's face when I said pickled fish.
All the bugs got eaten very quickly.
Yes.
Oh yeah, melted bugs last year.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm vegetarian. You know.
Yeah. I think. Oh no, I had eggs, pickled eggs. Actually, my soup was vegetarian. Actually, yeah. So.
I still have a shaker bottle of edible glitter that I can use anytime.
You should mail it to Rob.
Shake it all over.
He wants it for his.
Ladies and gents, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment below with the things we've talked to you about, and we'll see you next week when we get scary with Jim from Fantasy for the Ages. But that's it. So just until then, may you always find love, water, and shade. Bye.
Bye.
May you always find love, water, and shade.